Yeah, I'm not really sure how this one's gonna go. But here we go. I have not been wanting to work out at all. So here we are. This has been fatigued. Majorly fatigued. So we'll see how it works out. Let's make sure we got our good. Not really sure why I got it set up like this. So let's move that back. Yeah, that's probably pretty damn good right there. Not in any hurry. Let's see. Yeah, that's the one I want. So we're going to be working arms and shoulders. I just couldn't get the energy up to do like legs. I don't know, the legs are kind of fucking me up. I think I've been working so much legs that I was overtrained. And I just need to kind of step back to a more practical measure. So we've got a 28-pound pack on here. And I want to shoot for a base 4 or 5 reps. So I'm weighing close to 200 pounds. This is 225, 230 pounds of curls. Here, let's turn this thing around here. Yeah, so. Oh, got to turn that on, huh? There it is. Yeah, so we've got 235 pounds going on here of curls. 230 pounds of curls. All right, let's see if we can get like 4 to 6. Might have to break it up and just do a few and then jump back in. Those were pretty sloppy, but they're just like the really heavy power curls. The pack's feeling lighter on my back than it was the past 2 weeks. I think this is going to be way too much. I was doing. In fact, I don't even know if I'll be able to move this. I was feeling pretty good, yeah. Pretty good. So we're doing kind of a circuit, which is uniformly what I like to end up doing. Get a little water. A little water. Can never have enough water. Okay. It's perfect, guys. I need to circle back around to those curls. Let's see what we got here. See if it's even. So I think that this band is slightly less than this one. So we're going to use that one on the next one. So a little lighter than, a little less resistance than I wanted. Still though, it felt good. Get a little stretch here. Just get a little stretch. All right. Another flurry of this. 28-pound backpack, 8 pounds of tools, 20 pounds of rice, and weight on the scale. All right, we'll go for another 6. Did I get 6 or 8 last time? 6. All right, let's try it. Five is it. We're gonna hang back. Like, I could jump in there and do another 3 to 5, but I'm gonna save the drop set because I want to get more sets. I don't want to prematurely end it. So far, this plan's working good. Was a challenge. 10 was a challenge. 6, 10. Yeah, it's going good. Let's see if I could do it. Let's see if it just creates an impossible situation here. So let's put that under so it's not cutting into me. That's the main thing, is like when the band cuts into you. All right. Let's see if we can get one. Let's keep going on that. That raised the intensity up nicely. So I kind of stepped off the pre-exhaustion with the biceps because I'm trying to build up some size and fullness. All right, that worked out better than anticipated. Finishing the second circuit. So this might be quite a bit more intense. A less used, younger band. Let's try it. No, it's not. Let's try it. A little more intensity. Just getting stronger on that. Yeah. So that second cycle. Walk around a little. Here comes the third. Yeah, if you think you can't grow off bands, think again. So the beauty of the hanging curl is it's working my shoulders and my triceps as well as a stabilizer, and it's forcing the way down. And if you notice, it's not just a straight lever system movement. That is, the moment arm isn't just the forearm, like in a typical bicep curl where your bicep is having to move the moment arm, right, through flexion. I have this going, right? So it's a building compound exercise, but there's a balancing a tension through the tricep the entire time. All right, let's do it. This time I'm gonna do a drop set. Kind of went easy intentionally. So this brings the body weight up to about 230 pounds. And no, it's not like doing a 230 pound curl But maybe, I mean, I don't know. There's some dynamics going on here. You could equate it to a calf raise, right? There's not just one lever system. There's basically two lever systems at work. The shortening of the gastrocnemius is what I'm talking about. All right. We're going to do 3 to 5, and then we're going to drop set it. Never can quite finish that. All right, let's jump right in. Let's try another. Yeah. I stepped off the intensity a bit. I'm just trying to save myself. Because I'm going to be doing standing curls too. Those were sloppy. But trust me, they were, the beauty of that exercise is no matter how sloppy you are, just trying to do the exercise from the bottom and exploding. So as the soleus works to stabilize during a calf raise, the shoulders, the infraspinatus, the lats, and then a transition challenges different areas of the bicep. It's a bizarre exercise. It's a bizarre one. I liked that. That was forcing my arms to grow, man. My triceps to be involved. That worked out too well. Like you almost wished that something would go wrong with it. What did we get? We got, I remember a good 4. A good solid 4. You gotta understand, the core is working the entire time with this thing. All right, let's try it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll judge from there if we want to do a drop set or how we're gonna do it. All right. Keep going. It's more intense than it seems. Welcome back, Kata. Yeah, let's rest. Get a little walk. Active recovery is nice. All right, going on the 9th set. Going on the 9th set. Getting in those reps, bumping up the intensity. And this 9 sets is enough to grow. It's enough to grow. But it really doesn't work the long head of the bicep, of the tricep. So if we could up the intensity, right, by doing a skull crusher, a curl, supinated curl from the suspension trainer, right, kind of in that row position, and then an overhead press with the green band, we would have gotten 4 sets on each, along with a finishing set there. It'd be a perfect time to do some pull-ups and some dips to bring it up to 15 sets. I'm just glad it's almost over. I'm feeling lazy. Did I say that? Yeah. All right, let's try 15. So we had our feet out wider to get more intensity. Remember, you're the arbiter. You're the one that has to keep the intensity high. Nobody's gonna tell you what to do. All right, let's shoot for 15 regardless. Let's keep going. Oh, yeah. Wow, that did it. 16. That did it. That did it. Heard some weird sounds. All right, now we're gonna do a really tough one. Really last thing in the world we want to do. What the fuck? So I've gotten so used to having this weight on my back. I don't know how I'm gonna do with these skull crushers using my body weight. But this is kind of like doing the hanging curl, but for the tricep. But first we're gonna do a bicep curl. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Okay, that seems about the right height. That's the thing about this exercise, you have to set. You gotta set the correct height up. Let's try that. So this really forces your biceps to go to work. Doesn't give your bicep a break. Not that the other one did, but there's other muscles. This is gravity straight from the ground. I'm not even gonna look up and see the alignment. I'm just gonna jump in and do it. Okay. I have a wrist that fucks up here, so. All right, let's extend. That felt good. Looks sloppy, but it's doing it. Then we're gonna do a skull crusher. Let's see how that works out. There's 10 sets. There is 10 sets. Yeah. Everything's growing. Except for one thing. The muscle grows bigger, but the weenie grows smaller. And if that's us in our best state, you gotta wonder what we really are, what we come from. Part insect, right? Two more sets and we're good. Now we're gonna add in some ancillary backup sets. All right, got a fair amount of recovery. Blood flow's going through the body pretty well. Anticipating my next set. I'm thinking about the skull crusher, feeling my core from all these sets. The core is heavily at work. Get a little water. Into skull crushers, possibly. Starts with one. Starts with one. This may be too deep a position. I do not know. Even a partial movement would be insane, you know, on the tricep. I really hurt myself so much for a whole week. I was sore doing this, so let's try it. It's not even. I can't even it out. That's good. That was intense. That was intense. That was. Yeah. I was gonna jump in and do some chest with that. Yeah. That was intense. Yep. That stimulated my entire triceps on both sides, everything. Every fiber. And let's see how the presses go. I'll be lucky if I get one or two. That's a tricep exercise. Overhead presses. I think it's close to 180 pounds at the top when I'm fully stretched. At the bottom, I think it starts out at about 130, 120 or 130. That's the maximal stretch. And then I take it beyond the maximal stretch, way beyond. I feel like I could get 185 pounds overhead for a couple of reps. Maybe not right this second. So let's see how this goes. Let's see if I can even do it. Let's try it. Let's see what we got. Let's try it. Let's see. Much ado about nothing. All right. Let's try this. Let's make it hard. All that tension and the negative. Whew. All right. So that is 12 intense sets. I don't think I'm gonna even need weight added on. Just dips and dips. Well, I don't want to do these. One set. Core is gone. 8 to 10 or 8 to 12. I think I said it right, 8 to 10. Let's try 3. Well, that was plenty. There's 13 sets. I think I'm beat. Pull-ups. Yeah, that's nice. Let's see if we got it. So we're shooting for just a quick 4 to 6. And there it is.